What's up? What's happening, folks? Welcome back to the channel, Sports, Life, and Politics TV. I'm Samuel Koppel, and I'm here for the news. And last year, when America left Afghanistan, finally, after the longest war in United States history, I made a video, Taliban, New American Weapons Upgrade. Let's see exactly when I made this video. We don't have to watch none of it, but I do want to see exactly when I made this video. It's been over a year ago. I made this video August 25th, 2021. So it's been over a year and a half. And in this video, I made the assertion that basically the United States left them weapons on purpose to help the Taliban. And that the Taliban is now working for the United States of America. They worked out a deal. The Taliban agreed to the deal. And now we're going to get to see, is what I said true over a year and a half ago? That's why I make these videos. You see it only had 48 views. But I make these videos because I can go back into the archives and not just say I said it. I can show people I said it. Let's take a look at this clip.
And we're tracking instant reactions still pouring in tonight over the death of the mastermind behind the Kabul airport attack that killed 13 U.S. service members. As we reported earlier, the Taliban took him out.
We're going to get back to Brady Halblive, who's been tracking the developments and the reaction from people in our area with a strong connection to the tragedy, Brady.
Yeah, that's right, guys. Tony, Marley, there are mixed reactions to this news. While the death of this ISIS leader is vindication for the nearly 200 lives lost during that bombing, experts say it'll not keep Afghan people safe as they continue to suffer under Taliban rule.
Now, let me tell you this. That might be true, but ISIS no longer has a safe haven in Afghanistan. There was a reason the United States left so many weapons and ammunition to the Taliban. They said they left it because they didn't want to take it, but you can always destroy it. But the United States chose not to do such because they knew there was going to be certain missions and certain things that they would want the Taliban to do in the future. And this is one of them. It finally came into fruition.
The unnamed ISIS leader responsible for a bombing at the Kabul airport has been killed. The twin suicide blasts happened during the evacuation of Afghanistan in August of 2021, killing 13 U.S. service members and injuring 45 others. Among those killed was Rockland native Marine Sergeant Nicole Gee, and among those injured was Folsom native Marine Sergeant Tyler Vargas Andrews.
The situation is still very dire in Afghanistan.
Mishkan Zahir Darby works for several Sacramento organizations who help Afghan refugees resettle into America.
The death of one person, one leader, is a celebration in its own, but it's not the ultimate celebration that we hope for.
It's one less terrorist in the world, but she says we shouldn't praise the Taliban, but rather be harsher on them.
The fact remains that they themselves are a terrorist organization as well.
Darby says Afghan refugees in the Sacramento area fear for those left behind in Afghanistan who still live under Taliban rule. Following the evacuation of U.S. troops, the Taliban took over, repressing the rights of women and girls and eliminating access to school, work, and even health care. Darby still has family.
And let me say this. The United States of America realized that you can't change every single thing in the world. And how the Afghan men treat their women, that became a lost cause for America. I mean, these people have been over here for over 1,000+ years, and they have their own culture. Whether you agree with it or not, they don't want their women working or in school. They want them making babies and in the house cooking. For better or for worse, it is what it is. You know, people want to try to implement all these rules and laws of America into other countries. This shit just doesn't fit. It really doesn't even fit here. That's why so much divisiveness here, because of all of these different changes that's constant. And nobody's ever happy with the status quo. It's always got to be pushed to more, and you have to accept more and more stuff that you just don't agree with.
My family is still in fear. My friends who are still there are in fear. And we need to hold up our end of the bargain from the United States as well and help those individuals and welcome those individuals to the country.
And I spoke to Sergeant Nicole Gee's father, one of the local Marines that were killed during that bombing. He tells me he feels indifferent about the death of this ISIS leader, as it won't bring his daughter back. He also tells me he blames the death of his daughter on the White House for how they pulled out troops of Afghanistan.
Well, they pulled out troops like the way that the reason why America pulled out the troops the way that they did was because they wanted to have an excuse to why they left all those weapons. This is why you watch Sports Life and Politics TV, because I can give you some real insight onto why some of these things are happening. The reason why the United States pulled out, because we have some of the most strategic, well thought out missions and plans than anybody in the world. When you go into the Pentagon, it's not one person making decisions. They doing group think. They have like a group thought, what they call think tanks. Nothing happens by happenstance with these people. That's just a fact. There was no accident that these things just happen. So when they do one thing, they want to make sure that it covers something else. That's just factual. But yeah, I just want to go over that clip right quick. And just go back in time. Taliban, new American weapons upgrade. Let me see. That the Taliban would get their hands on these weapons. This is not true. I want to name some of the. As you can see back then, even then, I said that's not true. And if you watch the video, I'll let you know that whole thing was a ruse. The whole thing was orchestrated to lead those weapons for future strategic missions. This has been Sports Life and Politics TV. I'm Samuel Koppel. I'm here for the news. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. I just took your ass on the Taliban, works for the United States now ride. Peace.